Hey guys, Justin Gundam here, and today we have a custom mod to learn. We're going to learn how to make a customized Hovertruck. And right now, before you, is my customized Hovertruck. I had a question from a subscriber about if I'd ever seen such a video, because he used to know of one, he thought, and it intrigued me, so I thought, why don't I make a custom Hovertruck? Never found said video, but now said video exists. Am I right? So, just like to point out, my Hovertruck has no insignias, has no 08 on it, so that it can be assigned to any unit, including the Oxel Gundam, who is over here. Ha. Anyways, Oxel Gundam aside, same basic Hovertruck, except for one big difference. This moves. That's right, that moves. I haven't figured out what to do with this part yet, but this part moves, which makes it even more realistic. See the underneath? What you'll need to make this mod. First, you'll need some hot tap water. A glass of hot tap water. It seems to be as hot as your tap water gets. And then you just plop your Hovertruck in there for a few minutes, and that'll be fine. Second, you need a pin. Actually, you'll need about 2 or 3 of these. 3 just to be safe. So you need 3 of these pins, and if it's bent, it's not going to work. So just pitch that one. You should need 2, but like I said, have 3 just in case. Now this has been in here for a few minutes, so we can try and pull it out and try not to get water everywhere. Don't know where to put this water at now. Guess back there is fine. Shake off your Hovertruck. Now you have to work semi-fast. The plastic is more malleable when it's hot. Heat expansion, basically. The particles spread out from each other. And the atoms, whatever. Take your hobby knife and carefully cut along there. You actually don't need to cut. This is a woodworking tool I use to pry with, so you could take a small flathead screwdriver. I'm trying to do this so you can actually see. So I'm not even really cutting. I'm just prying. In fact, yeah, just use a flathead screwdriver, because it's not going to cut into your plastic. You can see it's pretty clean. Not perfect, but pretty clean. Because what you're really doing is just breaking the glue. You're not cutting plastic. You're breaking the glue. Now for our cutting. Cool sound effect. You just carefully want to cut it in there. So I'm just going to do that. I want to do it carefully so that we don't actually nick our Hovertruck. Ah, good. See. Now this is the part that takes patience and strength. If you're young, you may need to get a parent's help with this part. We want to take one of our pins, and we want to stick it through the top. You want to try and aim for the middle. Like I said, your pin needs to be straight, and you need to keep it straight. This part takes patience and strength. I'm trying to work around the camera, so that's part of the reason why this is taking time. We want to push it in with our hand to get it started. Make sure it's going straight down. See, I got it started. I'll turn it upside down. Oh. Remember that whole patience part. Takes some strength. You have to get it started. And I'm not getting it started well enough. This is where something hard can be useful, because generally the soft skin on your hands does not enjoy the whole pushing in one spot. first time I did this, it went faster. So I'm just pushing this through. So I got started. But we're at an angle. You see that? We're at an angle. So that's not good either. This, like I said, is the difficult part. It's just a little hard. You know, when you're doing it for a video, it's supposed to go more effectively than the first time, but not today. That's just fine. Now I got started again. And we put our hand around it on both sides, and we just push downwards. And this isn't a fast process. We're trying to basically force this needle through. The needle's not terribly sharp. It's pretty small and it's easy to bend, so... Oh, there we go. Nicked myself in the finger just a little bit. See that little white spot? And see, our needle has gone through. That's a good thing. Now, sometimes your needle will bend and you'll have to change needles halfway through. Now we take this part right here, and we're going to be doing the same thing that we were before. Only now we're going into the Hovertruck. So our Hovertruck is pressing down on the needle. You see it's going in slowly but surely. We're pretty lucky we've been able to get this far on one needle, but there we go. It bent. So we do. Well, just pull it out. Your hole's not going anywhere. A pair of needle nose pliers can be good for pulling this needle out. And we start over with a fresh needle. Like I said, you don't really need to make a new hole. See, it should go right through pretty quick. We just look for the last hole we started, plug back in there. And we are trying to go all the way through. That's important. We need to go all the way through the Hovertruck. You might say, why? Why do we have to go all the way through the Hovertruck? This helps the mod stay in. You can see it's poking through, or it's about to, and our needle wants to bend. So we have to do this slowly. There is no rushing. There we go. Use like our needle nose pliers here. Finish pushing that through all the way. Then we want to bend this straight over like that. Take your needle nose pliers, tool that I didn't mention at the very beginning, and try and get it down to the nub where it starts. It's going to take a little effort, possibly, depending on your needle nose pliers, to cut this pin, because the pins are generally made of steel and they're so small that the needle nose pliers don't exactly cut them. There we go. So you see we got this little nub here. Can even bend it down a little bit more. And there you go. That is your Hovertruck mod. Now, it swings out and back in. You can always touch it up with a little bit of sandpaper. This is a really low-grade sandpaper, like the lowest you can get. See, it's 320. Just touch that up a little bit. The truth is, this is a machine. It's going to have rub marks where it's always, you know, rubbing against as the Hovertruck drives and stuff. So you don't really have to sweat that mark because it would be there. And pretty much that's how you make your Hovertruck mod. Pretty simple. You know, this one still says 08 on it. But yeah. Pretty cool, huh? You can probably do that with just about any MSIA. The hot water trick is the key. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this modification video. If you wanted to have your Hovertruck piece going in to the ground, that's a pretty simple thing. Only it's going to be a permanent thing. So just make a nice easy cut there. And we're just going to add a little super glue. Right there. That's actually more super glue than I needed. And decide which side I want to use. Probably the side with this little hole. And just hold it there. Actually, I want this one in the ground, so I'm going to make it lower. Of course, with super glue. Some plastics bond instantly, and some you just have to hold there. And there you go. You know, that's how you mod your Hovertruck. I will have a Hovertruck that both has the sonar thing in the ground and one that will have without. Sorry, my hands were covering everything up. It's interesting. But, yep. Hope you enjoyed the mods. Catch you guys later. Oh, and make sure to, if you're looking for Hovertrucks or other Gundam MSIA action figures, make sure to check out our store, Gundams R Us, your favorite arms dealer. It's a good place to get this kind of stuff. See you later. Bye.